Ang magiging topic natin for today is about non-directional beacons and automatic direction finding. So, simulan natin. So, ano nga ba si non-directional beacons? So, the non-directional beacons are the ground-based transmitters that transmit radio energy equally in all directions. And the airborne system in the aircraft is the automatic direction finder. So the indicator in the aircraft always points towards the tuned NDB. Okay, so ulitin lang din natin. Kung ito, yung tower nyo, top view, nagsisend si NDB signal, okay, in all directions. So, nagsisend siya ng widespread. And then, ito naman, yung aircraft mo, meron niyang nakalagay na ADF, Automatic Direction Finder, na hinahanap niya si NDB. Okay, so ganun yung pinakasimple na nangyayari kay NDB. So ulitin lang natin, the NDB or the non-directional radio beacon is a radio beacon which does not include inherent directional information. So radio beacons are radio transmitter at a known location and used as an aviation or marine navigational aid. Okay? So, isa pa. Okay. Dadagdag ulit natin. Nagtatransmit siya ng radio energy in all direction. Si NDB. Okay? So, madalas, ganito ang makikita nyo sa non-directional radio beacon. So, yung nakikita nyo sa top side na to, yan, ayan yung pinaka-antenna and ayan yung nagsisend ng signal, okay, sa aircraft. So, principles of operation, the NDB transmitter is very simple. A radio frequency oscillator provides carrier wave. So this carrier wave is the NDB signal that the airborne equipment uses to determine the direction of the transmitting station. So a low frequency oscillator provides the identification signals of the transmitting stations or IDEN. And the low frequency signals modulates the carrier wave in the modulator. So, yung frequency na ginagamit kay NDB, it's either low frequency or medium frequency. And it ranges to 190 to 1750 kilohertz. Okay. In Europe. So the frequency are normally, okay, yung frequency yung kabuuan normally 2 to 5 kilohertz and 455 kilohertz. Ayan. Ayan tandaan nyo yung mga numbers. So ito, madinagdag ko lang, okay, the emission characteristics. So itong mga emission characteristics nito, ito yung sinisend niyang signal. So it is important to bear in mind that although the airborne equipment only needs the bare carrier signal to indicate the direction to the transmitter, there must be a way of identifying the selected station. So sa nakikita nyo ngayon ay both long range and short range beacons transmit the NON or tinawag ko lang siyang NON or NON or N0N yan. And this is the unmodulated carrier wave on which the indication relies. It is the 1A1 or A2A, sorry. A1A and A2A, sila yung nagpo-provide ng identification. So, dinagdag ko lang to, okay, dahil madami din to. Meron pa tong mga F1B, F1D. Ito yung most common. A1A and A2A. Okay? So, yung NON, yung continuous unmodulated carrier for common radio direction finding in marine aeronautical navigation. And yung A1A, yan, signaling by keying the carrier directly, continuous wave or on-off keying. Currently, yung A1A, ito yung ginagamit sa amateur radio. So, ayan yung emission na madalas ginagamit kay NDB. And yung A2A, signaling by transmitting a modulated tone with a carrier. So, it can be easily be heard using an ordinary AM receiver. Okay? So, mostly, ito yung mga nasa AM radio. So, kung ikaw ay lumilipad, yung aircraft mo, and ito yung tower, nagsisenya ng signal. Okay? Yung signal niya is 360. And then, meron ka ditong ADF, nilolocate niya to. So, mostly kay A1A. And then, ang mga shorter range yan, mas malapit kay A2A. And, dadagdag ko na lang din, sa NDB, pag nilolocate, pag nilolocate ng aircraft, yung NDB, or pag walang NDB, ang nilolocate ng aircraft is yung mga radio stations. Pero, yung radio stations, yun yung mga AM. Okay, AM radio stations. Ayan. Magbalik ulit tayo. NDB transmit omnidirectional. Okay, so paano pag sinabing omni? Paano pag sinabing omni? Meron ba sa inyo? Paano pag sinabing omni? Ito, omnidirectional. Yes. John Patrick Araya.
Sir, sending radio waves equally po sa lahat po ng directions.
Okay. So, sending radio frequency equally in all directions. Yan, thank you. Or sinabing omnidirectional, receiving signal or transmitting in all directions. So, ayan si NDB. And si NDB stations, okay, si NDB stations are classified as either compass locator, medium homing, homing or high homing, and are differentiated by signal range. Okay, so homing yan. So ulitin lang din natin, ginagamit na signal ni NDB ay medium frequency or low frequency bandwidth. And the signal, yung sinesenyang signal, are coded element which is used for station identification. Okay, so example, nakikita nyo to, yan. Yan yung antenna ng isang NDB. Normally, 1 to 3 letters Morse code yung sinesend niyan. Okay? Yung coded message niyan. Naka-Morse code yan or nakikita dun sa may navigational charts. Okay, kung tama talaga. Okay, so para saan ba si NDB? Ito pag ikaw ay example, tine-check mo kung nasang flight ka na, okay? Ito, point A, ito yung point B. Okay, pag lumilipad yung eroplano mo, merong mga NDB stations nearby. So, doon mo nako-confirm na kung papunta ka ba talaga kay point B. Okay, kaya nandyan si NDB. Nasusundan naman, madali lang naman siyang intindihin. And then, ito, si NDB. Okay, puntan tayo kay NDB. Kung ito nakikita nyo antenna, si NDB, the conical area in which the signal strength may be too low for use, this volume of space is called the cone of silence or cone of confusion. For an NDB, yung angle niya is 40 degrees from the vertical. So, in this method of operation, an amplified radio signals radiate omnidirectional. The transmission mast may be either a single mast or a large T-aerial strung between two masts. Okay? Yung mast yung sa may antenna yun na. Mast na M-A-S-T. So, M-A-S-T. Ayan. Okay? So, structure yan na patayo. Kung nakita yan, meron niyang pole and pwede siyang single mast. Tapos, meron siyang large T-aerial. Ayan, kung nakita nyo, pwede siyang may X, ganyan, yung itsura ng antenna, or yung nakita nyo kanina. And yung pagsisend ng signal, okay, kung titignan nyo dito, is omnidirectional, pero meron siyang hindi nakaka-receive. Okay? Dahil yung pag-send ng signal niya is hindi naman nagsisend upward. So, si NTB, ang sending pa din niya, okay, from 40 degrees. Okay? So, yun yung 40 degrees. So, once, example, nandito si aircraft, nakaka-receive pa yan ng signal. Pero once, nasa top na siya ng signal, okay, or ng tower, walang marireceive na signal si aircraft. So, that means, kung nadaanan niya mismo yung MDB tower or yung beacon, hindi siya makaka-receive. So, pinaka-ano niya na doon is nasa ibabaw na siya. So, dito, nakaka-receive siya. Pagdating sa gitna, wala. Pero pag lumagpas naman siya ulit sa NDB, may marireceive na ulit siyang signal. Okay? Susundan. So, yan yung sinasabing cone of silence. Yung nangyari kay NDB, Paano naman kay ADF? Okay, pag sinabi natin ADF, automatic direction finding or finder, pag sinabi ng equipment, is an electronic aid to navigation that identifies the relative bearing of an aircraft from a radio beacon. So, nagtatransmit din yan ng medium frequency or low frequency such as NDB or non-directional beacon or commercial radio broadcast station. Si ADF consists of a loop aerial or antenna. Is makikita nyo later. Pero pag sinabing loop antenna or aerial, meron siyang pabilog na antenna, which is rotated physically or electronically and detects the direction of the minimum reception from the beacon relative to the aircraft direction. And then, si ADF, yung katulad na sinabi ko kanina, is used directly to home to the beacon. Alternatively, the aircraft equipment combines relative bearing with heading information from the aircraft compass to provide the position lines which may be plotted on the chart. Okay, so madaling salita, magka-partner naman tong si NDB at ADF. Okay, yung katulad na sinabi ko, from point A to point B, para malaman mo kung patungo ka talaga kay point B, nandyan si ADF. Okay? Para ma-sure mo na dumadaan ka sa tamang way. And then here, the pilot uses the receiver control panel to enter the frequency corresponding to the NDB for intended use. So, nilalagay or nag-i-input si piloto, okay, ng kung ano yung frequency dun sa NDB. Kasi pag hindi mo in-input yung frequency nung yung beacon, okay, madedetect ni ADF. So, kailangan iset mo muna yung frequency ni NDB para ma-locate ni ADF. Ganun yung nangyari, ha? So, here, nakikita nyo, ito yung, syempre, yung bago ng itsura ng NDB. Ito yung nasa labas niya. Okay, and nilalagay yan sa belly ng aircraft. Pag mga sinaunang, ADF. Okay, automatic direction finder. Ganito na itsura niya. And yung mga dati, meron siyang ganito. Yan. So, kung ito yung ilalim ng aircraft nyo, meron siyang parang bukol na ganyan. Okay, pero dahil nag-i-innovate yun naman yung technology, yung nasa ilalim ng aeroplano is parang flatted surface na lang for the NDB. Ayun, nakikita. So, ADF. Nalilito ako, sorry. Si ADF. Okay, ganyan itsura ni ADF. So, si ADF indicator consists of a needle. Okay, so kung nakikita nyo naman dyan, may needle si ADF, which indicates the direction from which the signal of the selected NDB ground stations are coming. So, kung titignan nyo dyan mismo sa may ADF orientation, okay, so the most basic ADF indicator is known as radio compass. So, example, ito si NDB mo. Yan. So, pangalan ng NDB mo station ay the Fly Nice. Meron siyang coded na 326. FLN, ito yung Morse code ni FLN. Ayan. Ayan yung nare-receive niya. So, airplane A, B, and C flying directly to the Fly Nice NDB. Okay, kaya kung napapansin nyo, A, B, C ay nakatutok sila, okay, mismo sa NDB, ADF. Yung ADF nakatutok kay NDB. Okay? Then airplane D make left turn and airplane F must make a right turn travel to the NDB. Yung airplane E is flying directly away from the NDB. Okay, so lumalabas lang, itong aircraft na to, okay, yung airplane E, nakalagpas na siya kay NDB. Kaya, directly away na siya doon sa NDB. So, ibig sabihin, dito galing si airplane E and halos same lang din yan, nasa 0 lang din or nakatapat sa 0. And once na lumagpas na siya, nakatapat na sa 180. Okay? And then si airplane D and F, okay? So, para malaman na tama yung direction niya, okay? Siyempre, dyan siya. So, ibig sabihin, hindi niya madadaanan. Dito nakatapat yung arrow. So, kailangan niyang mag-left turn. Okay? Para masabi niya na tama yung way niya. And, ganun din si F, kailangan niya mag-right turn at tumutok dito kay ADF para tama naman yung way na pupuntahan niya. Ayan. Susundan kay ADF. Ngayon yung ginagawa nila. So, ulitin lang natin. Sa configuration na yan, the needle moves against a scale calibrated in degrees from 0 degrees to 359 degrees. The datum for the direction measurement is the nose of the aircraft and therefore the radio compass indications are relative bearing. Okay, madidiscuss pa natin sa susunod yung VOR. So NDB and VOR signal directions. Pag si NDB is a non-directional in that it radiates the energy outwards in all directions from the center. And pagdating kay VOR, designed to radiate electromagnetic radiation by a reference and variable phase so that 360 specific directional radials are identifiable. Okay? So, kay VOR, okay, may lumalabas pag nagtatransmit yan, sample yan, 60 degrees. Pero kay NDB, nagtatransmit siya, okay, na all direction. So, punta na tayo kay ADF. Okay, dahil nalaman nyo na kung ano ginagawa ng NDB. So, si ADF operates off a ground signal transmitted from the NDB. So, early radio direction finders used the same principle. A vertically polarized antenna was used to transmit low-frequency radio waves in 190 kHz to 535 kHz range. Ito yung example or ito yung tinatawag na loop antenna. Okay? A receiver on the aircraft was tuned to the transmission frequency of the NDB. So, using a loop antenna, the direction to the antenna could be determined by monitoring the strength of the signal received. Okay? So, yung direction daw nito na de-determine monitoring the signal strength. Okay? So, pag mas malakas yung signal, ibig sabihin, tama yung dinadaanan mo. Ganun yung nangyayari. Bakit? Okay. So, example lang, ito. So, si loop antenna is a highly direction sensitive. So, a signal origin perpendicular Okay, to the loop creates a weak signal. So ito nakikita nyo, nasa A, pag perpendicular, okay, perpendicular dun sa may antena, sabihin tumagos dun sa may butas, minimum reception yung makukuha niya. Okay, minimum or mababa. A signal origin parallel or in the plane of the loop creates a strong signal. So, itong loop antenna, pag tumama naman ito, okay, doon sa may loop or yung pinakabilog ng antenna, maximum reception yung ma-receive. Okay, nasusundan. So, this was possible because a radio wave striking a loop antenna broadside induces a null signal. So, when striking it in the plane of the loop, much stronger signal is induced. So the NDB signals were modulated with unique Morse code pulses that enables the pilot to identify the beacon to which he or she was navigating. Makinisip nyo, sir, paano kaya nangyari yun? So, in early days, ganyan yung itsura nung loop antenna. Okay, to find the NDB. So, kung babasahin natin, with the radio direction finding system, a large rigid loop antenna was installed inside the fuselage of the aircraft. Okay? May naka-install na ganyan, kalaki. The broad side of the antenna was perpendicular, okay, to the longitudinal axis. Okay? So ito, yung broad side daw nito is perpendicular sa longitudinal axis. And the pilot listened for variation in signal strength of low frequency broadcast and maneuver the aircraft so gradually increasing the null signal was maintained. So, kaya kung kanina sinasabi natin, kailangan humarap ng mga piloto, okay, humarap kasama yung aeroplano, humarap kung saan mas malakas yung signal para masabi nila na tama yung way nila. Dahil doon mas malakas yung signal and mas may maintain nila yung signal gamit itong loop antenna na to. So, doon lang sila sa course na yon until malagpasan nila and hahanapin naman nila yung susunod na station. Okay? So, from point A to point D mo, hindi na sila maliligaw. Okay? Nasusundan yung point. Bakit itong merong automatic direction finder? This is for navigating. Nasusundan ba, Charles?
Yes po sir, okay naman po. If ever na may questions kami, tatanong na lang kami.
Good. Okay. Wait lang. Next, okay. Yeah. So, dahil ganun yung nangyayari, kailangan nilang humarap because of the innovations pa rin ng technology, the broadcast frequency range was expanded to include the medium frequency up to about 1,800 kilohertz. So the heading of the aircraft no longer needed to change to locate the broadcast transmission antenna. So, sa mga early models ng ADF, a rotatable antenna was used. Okay? So, sa nakikita nyo ito, part na to. Ayan. Umiikot yan. Para i-determine na lang yung relative error. So, syempre, kung ayan yung aircraft, nandito yung NDB, ito, para hindi na siya dumiretso dito, okay? Kailangan na lang niyang dumiretso here kasi nalolocate naman niya yung NDB because of the rotatable ADF. Okay, nade-determine niya na. Dun banda si NDB. So, hindi niya na kailangan palaging tumapat. Okay, so dahil nag-innovate. Ganito yung nangyayari. Tracking to an NDB with ADF. So, si ADF is an electronic aid katulad ng sinabi natin to navigation that identifies the relative bearing of the aircraft from a radio transmitting using the medium frequency and low frequency. So, kung titignan nyo dito, kung lilipad ka and gusto mo matrack from X to Y, to and from the NDB using the ADF equipment, the position A. So, flying a heading of 090 degrees allows you to fly parallel to the desired track. Okay? Pero, paano malalaman na parallel ka dun sa route na yun? So, your airplane may be a little north or south of the intended route from X to Y despite flying parallel to each shown below. So, dito na tayo sa C. Ang ginagawa niyan, syempre, di ba, tumututok yung needle doon kung saan yung NDB. Okay, K1 and 2. So, kung ikaw ay yung magnetic heading mo, 090, ayan. Okay. Mapapansin nyo dito, 0, katapat pa din siya. So, while heading of 090, the ADF needle points directly to the nose, number 1, or the tail, number 2, when you can be sure that you're tracking directly from X to Y. So, if the ADF needle of the airplane number 3 or 4 isn't pointed directly towards the nose or the tail of the ADF, then despite a heading of 090 degrees, the airplane is parallel to rather than on the desired course from X to Y. Okay? So, dito, okay, syempre, kung yung aircraft mo ay diretso dito, ayan, diba, nakatutok yung ADF mo here. Ayan. So, pagdating ng aircraft mo dito, nakatutok naman yung needle mo here. Okay, so sumusunod lang siya dun sa NDB. Okay? Nasusundan naman. So, ganun pa din, as the ADF technology progress, indicators with rotatable azimuth card became the norm. So, ang naro-rotate naman is yung azimuth. So, when an ADF signal is received, the pilot rotates the card. Okay? Ito, niro-rotate yung card na yan. so that the present heading is at the top of the scale. So, ito pa din yung heading niya. And, nalolocate niya. Nandito yung, okay, NDB. So, this results in the pointer indicating the magnetic bearing to the ADF transmitter. So, this is more intuitive and consistent with other navigational practice. So, ulitin lang natin A movable card ADF indicator can be rotated to put the aircraft's heading at the top of the scale, and the pointer then points to the magnetic bearing, the ADF broadcast antenna. Okay, so ito yung magnetic bearing niya. Kung saan naka-point yung arrow. So, iba yung heading and magnetic bearing niya doon kay NDB. So, in the modern ADF system, an additional antenna is used to remove the ambiguity concern. So, whether the aircraft is heading to or from the transmitter, it is called the sense antenna. So, the reception field of the sense antenna is omnidirectional. When combined with the field of the loop antenna, it forms a field with a single significant null reception area on one side. So, this is used to tuning and produces an indication in the direction toward the ADF station at all times. So, sa sinasabi ko, okay, yung pattern ni loop antenna is ito. Ayan. Yan yung paano siya mag-send ng signal or maka-receive ng signal or transmit. Diba, sinasabi natin kung sa kay tawag dito, kay loop antenna, pag tumama doon sa may loop, yan, dito here, malakas yung signal. And pag nasa broadside, mas mahina yung signal. Ganun yung nangyayari kay loop antenna. Ayan, ganun yung nangyayari Kaya bakit mahina or malakas? Kaya sa side. Kaya kailangan niyang tumutok kung saan. So, nagdagdag naman ng sense antenna and nagsisend siya ng omnidirectional. Yan. So, yung combination ng dalawa is ito na yung pag-transmit ng signal nila. Okay? Kaya, sa ADF nyo, merong lalabas na to or from the tower. Okay? Or yung radio station nyo. Okay? Radio station tower, Wait lang. Para makita nyo kung ano yung sinasabi ko. Okay. Wait lang. Nahanap ko. So, yun, yung katulad ng sinasabi ko kanina. Hindi ko na nakita. Okay? So, the onboard ADF receives only to be tuned to the correct frequency of the broadcast transmitter for the system to work, and the loop and sense antenna are normally housed in a single low-profile antenna housing. So, ito yun. And nilalagay siya sa may ilalim ng aircraft. Okay? Lalo pag sa mga small aircraft. ADF loop. Sa mga higher aircraft, ito. Dito siya. Yung ADF. So, ito, yan, sa navigational charts, ito nakikita nyo, ganito yung image ng isang NDB. So, any ground antenna transmitting low frequency or medium frequency radio waves in the range of the aircraft receiver's tuning capabilities can be used for ADF. So, kasama dito, katulad ng sinabi ko, okay, yung mga radio stations, ayan, radio stations, bakit kasama yung radio station? Kasi nag-tune din sila ranges from low to medium frequency. So, kung ang mangyayari kung ikaw ay lumihes or naligaw from your airways, yung dinadaanan, meron doon mga radio stations kung walang available na NDB. Okay? Ito yung itutune mo. Okay? Or madedetect mo. Okay? So, kaya nandyan, this includes the AM radio stations. So, audible identifier tones are loaded on the NDB carrier waves. So, typically, a 2-character Morse code designator is used. With an AM radio station transmission, ang maririnig mo syempre yung station identifier code. Okay? Imbes na yung NDB. So, the frequency for the NDB transmitter is given on the aeronautical charts or tinatawag din nating navigational charts, which is ito, yung nandito, nakita niyo dyan. So, the identifying designator is also given. So, si ADF transmitter can be mounted in the flight deck with the controls accessible to the user. So, this information on many general aviation aircraft. Alternately, the ADF receiver is mounted in a remote avionics bay with only the control head in the flight deck. So, dual ADF receivers are common. So, ADF information can be displayed off the ADF indicator mentioned or it can be digital. So, modern flat multi-purpose electronic displays usually display the ADF digitally. Yan. Nakikita nyo dyan. So, yung iba din, dual ADF receivers, syempre, nag-set na sila ng ADF and then yung nag-set na sila ng code ng isang NDB and yung isang kasunod para hindi na ulit sila i-input ng panibago. So, later on na. Kaya may mga dual ADF receivers para pag nalagpasan na isa, naka-ready na yung isang NDB station na madadaanan ulit nila. Question? May question ba? Wala kayong question? So, kung wala kayong question, well, that's it for today. So, narinig naman ba at naintindihan yung ginagawa ni NDB and ADS?